Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Christiana Davidson. I'm a psychotherapist and a hypnotherapist, and I specialize in the area of narcissistic family systems. If this is your first time on my channel, you're so welcome. And also, if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. It's lovely to have you, and it's wonderful to see my channel growing. Um, yeah, it just means that maybe what I'm putting out there is of some help. I'm I'm actually in a hotel at the moment because I'm traveling, but I wanted to do this video today, all about Christmas and the holidays and your narcissistic parent. So if you're going home or you're with family over this festive time, um, here's a bit of some of what you might expect if you come from a narcissistic family system. It's never going to be an easy, peaceful one. So let's get one thing straight. When you have a narcissistic parent, it's all about meeting their expectations for the celebration. Everything has to center around what they're expecting of the day and how you can meet that expectation. That's what you're required to do. So if you sort of step out from that a little bit and maybe don't do quite what they're expecting of you, maybe you decide that you're only going to spend a few hours instead of the whole day, be prepared to be made to feel like you're a disappointment. Now, when you have a narcissistic parent, another key experience will be the feeling of uncertainty. You're never quite sure what the atmosphere is going to be like this Christmas or this celebration. Will it be a happy holiday? It's as if you enter into it on alert that things could quite easily go pear-shaped, as they say. But the pressure is on you to make it a happy holiday for the narcissistic parent. And how do you do that? Well, you make them the center of everything. And that's whether you have an overt narcissistic parent or a covert or both, if you're lucky enough. So the thing about your narcissistic parent is they need the attention. They need, like I say, the attention focused on them. This is their day and it's their family, and you're part of that. And you need to step in line and facilitate a feeling of unity as a family for them, that a sense of belonging to them. So let's have a look at this now from the view of having a covert narcissistic parent and an overt, and the different things that may come up. So with a covert narcissistic parent, their way of controlling is to make you feel that you have the potential to spoil it for them. And they will suggest that you may almost have done that in various different ways, very covert ways of communicating. You're disappointing me. You're on the verge of spoiling my Christmas. That's the covert way of looking at things. The overt narcissistic parent is more likely to be the one who is wanting to assert themselves over the day by potentially spoiling it for you. There's a bit of a difference there, as you can see. It's almost like they threaten to be the one to spoil it, on purpose for you. So the covert narcissistic parent will accuse you of potentially spoiling their Christmas by not complying with their expectations. They'll give you dirty looks, silent treatments, tantrums. There'll be little sort of disgusted noises, even, you know, that, or sound. And you're meant to listen out for these little hints of displeasure so that you can immediately jump in and rectify yourself, get yourself back in line, because it's all about making it a wonderful Christmas for them. The covert narcissistic parent will present as a victim of, you know, all the pressures and the stress of getting everything ready for everybody else. You know, I've got to do the decorations, the wrapping, oh goodness, all the cooking, and you know, the cleaning, and it'll be quite a stressful experience for other members of the family, as they make quite public for you all how much they are doing here to make it a wonderful Christmas for everybody else. Often they will potentially leave things to the last minute. They may not have been organized and forgotten things to get things, or you know, that sort of thing, and then, you know, turn around and blame the other parent or yourself for making it so stressful for them. You know, couldn't you have thought of that? You know, off the top of your head, did you not think in advance to get the mince pies? You know, it's just something that you should have thought of. They can get quite snappy with you, the covert narcissistic parent, and with the other parent as well. You know, when they're getting to this kind of heightened stress level before perhaps the meal, or before you're opening the presents, or whatever it might be. The covert narcissistic parent will buy gifts for you, but in one of two ways: either as an extension of themselves, so they'll buy you something that pertains to their idealized version of you. So it may be something that's, you know, super trendy at the moment, or something that reflects what they think is successful or admirable in society's eyes. So there may be a gift of an idealized version of you, and that's generally for the golden child, as you would imagine. And then there may be also, however, not only the idealized gift, but then maybe also a bit of a different one that's more the discarded version of you, of them rather, not of you. So something like, I don't know, a dress in 2 sizes too big, or I don't know, facial concealer or something like that, that's kind of gone, perhaps a bit of a covert message in it. Now, those gifts could be for the scapegoat, that, you know, possibly not attuned to them at all, nothing really personal. But you could also get both mixed together, so it leaves you in a bit of confusion. Oh, Mum's bought me this gorgeous or a wonderful book that really is something I'm going to enjoy reading, but then she's also bought me this unflattering jumper that just is too big for me, suggesting that I'm bigger than I look bigger than I am. They want to be thanked a lot. to. Whatever gifts they give, it's, they really need to see your pleasure and see your thanks. Everything must be done according to what society expects for the day. This is how we should do things. This is how other families spend their day. Why are you not wanting to do that? Why are you not normal, in other words? Last thing here on the covert parent, they get annoyed if you don't want perhaps this food they've made, or a drink that they've got in. They look really displeased. Oh, won't you just try a bit of it? Won't you just have a small gin? I mean, everyone's drinking gin at the moment. I thought you'd like that. Oh, okay. No, you're just going to have a Coke, are you? Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to have one anyway. Um, so there's a bit of almost triangulation there with other families and the outside world, that they fit in and you don't. And of course, it's a personal insult if you're not following suit. Okay, the overt narcissist now. I remember one client that used to tell me, how their father used to make them wait on Christmas morning. They'd all get, the children would get up early, the mother would come in with the children into their living area, and all the presents would be there, but they'd have to wait. And the father would make them wait until he got up, and he'd take his time. He'd really take his time to come through, so that the kids would be sitting there kind of, biting their nails, wanting to dive in and open their presents. But this is kind of, although that's a bit covert, but it's sort of an overt way of stamping their presence and their dominance over people's enjoyment. They're the ones in charge. The overt parent, the overt narcissistic parent, may strangely be a bit jealous of the children. So, for example, another client mentioned how he'd been given a remote control car for Christmas one year as a young boy. I think he was only, 6 or 7, something like that. And before he had the chance to use it, the father had snatched the toy away from him, saying, "Oh, I need to test it out first, and we need to, make sure that it's working, and I'll show you how to use it." And, the father went on to spend half an hour playing with it and telling the boy to wait and to look how to do things. So it was almost like a snatching of the snatching of the toys from the child. You may find your overt narcissistic parent competing in terms of games that you're playing in the family. They've got to win. They've got to snatch, like I say, from you. It's like having another child in the group. They may drink too much, behave badly. They may participate sort of in insulting banter with you, like little put downs, little jokes that are just kind of, aimed to minimize you. They don't like generally all the traditions, or some do. They may criticize the partner and expect to be served. They're not considerate of anyone else, really. They'll do things in their own time frame. They may not comply, and therefore, cause the other parent to get annoyed. So they're almost like pushing at people, baiting to get a bit of a reaction, or some kind of hostileness in the family. And finally here, they may tend to at times tell inappropriate jokes, crude jokes, maybe around the table when you're about to eat. They may spoil the meal somehow by just kind of, I don't know, just bringing it down a level and kind of taking the joy out of it. Jokes can be a big thing with the overt narcissistic parent. They don't like them directed at themselves, but they're happy to use them to minimize other people. Okay, so that brings us to the end of my reflection on Christmas holidays with your narcissistic parent. You know, if you are the adult child of a narcissistic family system, it's never a time of year that sort of brings you the family joy that perhaps you've always been searching for. A sense of going home to be with those that you love so that you can celebrate together and just be yourself and feel free to be you. No, it's not like that. It's always going to be the question of, oh my goodness, is this going to be a happy holiday or isn't it? And the sense that it's your obligation to do your part to ensure that it is that you meet the expectations of your narcissistic parent. But of course, part of the healing journey then is to step away from other people's expectations and to step back and say, okay, what are my expectations now for my day, for my Christmas day, for my holidays? Yes, I may still want to, visit family, but what is manageable for me? And how can I meet my own needs in other ways? And how can I be that good parent to myself that I've never had? Okay, everyone, I hope this is recorded. I'm not sure about the Wi-Fi here in this building, in this hotel. But I will look forward to seeing you in a video very soon. And I want to wish you a very special holiday this year, maybe one that sees you more connected to what you really want, beyond the material, what will make your heart happy. Okay, everybody, take care. Bye now.